Welcome to RTE 10. Today we are behind the scenes at the RTE Guide movie special and we've been given an Access All Areas pass.
I feel very honoured to be playing John Wayne, the first New Zealand John Wayne, I think, and I have a little vest for motorcycles, so I rode that in very uncomfortably, so I have the walk and everything. Well, I don't remember the scene specifically, because I suppose it's, there were so many scenes. I was more into the kind of the western part of John Wayne, the sort of the bandy walk and the sort of the guns and everything, but, I'm looking forward to the romantic scene with Maureen behind me here, so, that sort of wasn't something he did that well, I didn't think, but he did it in The Quiet Man. But I've got to be sort of staunch, he wasn't the sort of romantic type, I don't think, as I said, with the grey hair or whatever. But he did love her, apparently. Apparently. Okay, well then I've got to love you then, so.
I can't wait to play Maureen. She does a lot of this. She doesn't she? She pouts her nostrils and she does a lot of this. She loves him, you see, but she's a very proud woman. And she wants her dowry. She wants the furniture that was promised to her by her mother. And her father's sticking his heels in. And it's not, like, he can well afford to buy her the furniture. He said it, you see? But she wants what's going to her. The other scene I love in it is when she's been dragged through the field. And then the little, who's the actor? I'll be killed for that. He says, there's a nice stick to beat the lovely lady. Yeah, and John Wayne starts whacking her on the backside. But she's half liking it, which is kind of weird. Not appropriate, not appropriate.
Do I look like Audrey? That is the question. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because it's all fun at the end of the day. No, it's great. I love this one. She was an icon, fashion icon, great actress. And she wasn't your typical beauty back then, was she? She was a bit quirky, a bit different. And as soon as the tiara went in and the hair went up, I was like, oh! I totally feel like Audrey. Totally. And then I put the gloves on and then the pearls, and then I was like, listen, that is me, done.
Nuala, you got to be Elmwood for the day. How was it?
It was wonderful. Everything pink, everything red, very kind of happy-go-lucky, because I think that's what Elle is. She's a real kind of positive person, and she always turns any kind of situation that doesn't suit her into something that does suit her. A lot of people have said to me over the years that they think I look kind of like her. And a guy came over to me in a pub one day and told me that, and he said to me as well, oh, you wear a lot of pink, don't you? So since then I haven't really worn so much pink.
We would do fine if we could stop laughing. Somebody kept laughing, made me laugh.
We both laughed our way through it. It's just so weird to be dressed like this. I mean, when I started off, I felt like a cross between Ina Sharples and somebody from the Sullivans, that Australian soap opera. Yeah. But it's actually really genuine. I mean, this is a genuine 50s suit, and you've all the gear on as well.
Roasting.
He's roasted.
I don't know how they wore so much clothes.
Did you enjoy getting into character?
It was good fun, yeah. It was good fun, only I was wearing copper shoes.
I think did you have white socks on as well?
No, I didn't.
You did, he did. He had white sports socks on. Yeah.
Thanks, Claire.
I am a movie buff, but if I had to pick a couple, there's a movie called True Romance, which is written by Quentin Tarantino. And it's just kind of a roller coaster of a ride, and it's got a couple of my favourite scenes of all time in it. Blade Runner was a huge movie for me. Blade Runner and Alien. I think people forget now how groundbreaking Blade Runner was. Most of today's modern sci-fi movies pay homage to it or are influenced by it in some senses. So it was jaw-dropping, breathtaking for us. And the people I was actually, for God rest him, Jerry, Ryan, and myself and Dave and that gang in the early 2FM days. That was a movie that was big for all of us, and we used to quote bits and pieces of dialogue from it, and of course, most poignantly at Jerry's Requiem, Maura used Rutger Hauer's death speech from it, and that was kind of code. I mean, we'd be on the road or doing whatever the hell, and if we wanted to get out of a situation or if we were tired or whatever, we would use that expression, "time to die." And so it's amazing, it kind of, even still nearly 30 years later, it resonated with him as well. So that was a big movie for us. True Romance. If you're, again, of my generation, Godfather, Star Wars, obviously. Like, how do you pick one?
It's really funny because my mother was always told when she was in her 20s, when Ava Gardner was a really, really big star in Hollywood, people used to come up to her and say, God, you really like Ava Gardner. And she had a real resemblance to her. So I was thrilled when Michael asked me to be Ava Gardner for this shoot. It was fab. I loved it. I always have had like a much more old-fashioned look than a modern look. I could never do the kind of Jennifer Aniston cool hair thing. I look so wrong.com. So I was always more comfortable in a kind of 40s and 50s look. I just wish you could like walk down the road with this. Obviously, with these 2 slugs for eyebrows, I couldn't. But in real life, I'd love to.
Emma, you were Dorothy for the day. How did you feel in the sparkly red shoes?
Oh, I love them. I'm absolutely in love with the shoes. And I might say that I'm liking the wig as well. I'm thinking of going around for the day, leaving it on me, doing a bit of follow the yellow brick road, you know. Oh, it was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing to do it. Cool. This is weird. I watched it endlessly as a kid, so I know all the songs. I know practically line for line of the movie, so when they said it, I was like, oh my God, of course it'll be Dorothy.
Sinead, you're playing Rita Hayworth today. How do you feel about it?
Very, very honoured. She is some woman. I mean, she's a style icon, so in no way do I think I look like her or dress like her, but God, I'm loving being made up to look like her. I've had fantastic makeup done by Ken and my hair done by Stephen, and I'm loving the hair and loving the makeup. I could never, ever do this on my own. It's every girl's dream, especially to be Rita Hayworth, so I can't wait to get the dress on now and get into character and really live up to the moment.
This doesn't... It's the RT budget, just look at that. Everyone else looks amazing and my moustache won't stick on. But yeah, I'm a bit more Willie O'D than Ron Burgundy. But yeah, still feel good.
It's a good look for you. Did you have fun doing the shoot?
It's just nice having hair that's one colour again. Reminder. Yeah, no, we had fun doing it, yeah. That was good crack actually.
Janice, you styled the event today. Was it hard to get the certain look for some of the characters?
Yeah, Linda, styling this, the main thing is you have to stay really true to the movie and the actual image that you're trying to recreate. So it was a lot of pulling stuff from RTE Wardrobe, which has, you know, they've great pieces going back to the 1940s and 50s, which were ideal for what we wanted. And then also some contemporary things that would bring it a bit more into the now and a bit more on trend. So it was just to, you know, you had the image and you just had to stay really, really true to what was in front of you.
What were your favourite ones to style? I'm sure there's some great outfits and
yeah.
here.
I mean, the Dorothy one for Wizard of Oz is great because it's, you know, it's so iconic and everyone knows it straight away. But we got the most beautiful pair of shoes for this one that, I mean, they couldn't have been better. And they were from Hess Fraser in Dundrum, and they just went really well. So I love those. They were kind of one of my favourite key pieces. And the other look I really liked was this one, which was Claire Byrne, and she was Ingrid Bergman in Casablanca. So it was literally, it's a 1950s suit, so it's vintage, and it worked really, really well on her, and she had a great little trilby hat, and it just really helps them to get into the zone and into the character that they're playing.
Were the boys easier to style than the girls?
Some of them, I mean, with Casablanca for Dahi O'Shea as Humphrey Bogart, it's great because it's literally just the big old trench or mac, and that's all they wore with the hats, and then just a hint of his white shirt and a tie. So it is easier because you can just throw this giant jacket over. And we use this also for Brent Pope, who was John Wayne in The Quiet Man.
Did you have good fun styling it, Janice?
Yeah.
Movies are always a great theme.
Yeah, no, Linda, it was such good fun, and it was so nice to see these people in different characters, different personalities, and even, you know, you could tell from them that they loved it, because I think, you know, at the end of the day, everyone loves to be someone else for a moment and get glammed up and get the hair and makeup, and not, you know, stand there and be inspired by these great old movies that everyone loves.
Thanks, Janice.